It happened this morning. It happened this morning. You can't understand. I said that everyone won't understand because this thing happened this morning. Is Islam? No.
Facing that way. Yesterday was day off. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Cool, thanks. We can go. Who's on camera too? Is it Noni? Can you go, Spewer? So it has been a very interesting tournament so far. It is raining cats and dogs at the moment. I'm being joined here by Zunaid Mal. Zunaid, you have been here before. 2001, you were here. Just tell us about the experience of this year's tournament in particular. And also, just to explain what your position is and what is it that you guys are doing here.
Okay, look, it's great for Malawi to host again. Look, unfortunately, they don't get to the knockout stages. But you can see that the quality of football has basically been, the standard has risen tremendously. As part of the TSG, we do determine man of the matches. We look at what is the systems of formations of teams, how do they attack in formation, defensive formations, how many crosses are brought in. So we look at the whole technical side of the game, including the physical and technical qualities.
You're talking Talking about the technical abilities and everything we've seen so far in this tournament, I mean, which player for you has really stood out, or which players, so to speak?
Oh, there's a number of them. If you look at the Zambian team, technically as individuals and as a group, they function quite well. Look at Angola, they have good technical ability, tactical ability. So we're not can't just single out one player, but if you look at the standard, and I think we can see the quality in some of the players that is going to be the future under 20s and national team players.
So now let's talk about the way things have gone overall. You spoke about the Zambians, you spoke about the likes of Angola. Comoros Islands, they surprise everybody because you always know islanders to come here and get serious whipping, but not this time.
Look, we take over the past 3 years at this tournament stage. Mauritius hosted the first one. Second one, they got into the final. The third one, they got into the semi-final of a qualifier. So the nations have now shrunk in the sense of the islanders and mainland Africa. It has become closer, it's become more competitive, and I think people are making a tremendous effort in terms of quality development in all the smaller countries.
Your role has not just been being a TSG and watching the game and talking about it. You've also, before we arrived, you wrapped up a very crucial part of coaching in COSAFA region. And also, let's take us through that. What happened and where are we as far as this is concerned?
Look, what we normally do, it's become now a compulsory assignment for us. So each country that host, we empower local people, local coaches from communities to be able to take grassroots football to schools and to development programs. To be honest with you, we had some great instructors here from the local farm FA, and we went through processes. We had 100 kids that participated, and you can see there is a need for it in our region, and we can see that people are genuinely wanting to be on board with a program of this nature.
So that's been the story that they've actually had so far. When you talk about the Mozambican road to the final of this year's competition, I mean, they started off, they won their first game by 1-0 against the Angolans. The second game was a very tight game against the same Comoros Islands we'll be talking about. The last one against Lesotho saw one of the players scoring a double brace in a game. In a semi-final, they were taken to task by Eswatini.
Look, these are the things that we must look at. Mozambique came here with a particular plan. They've executed their plan well, and if you can see they progress through the games, they're in the final. You look at Zambia on the other hand, technically, tactically, they've already prepared for this final from the game number 1. And if you look at the progress of those two teams that got here, one in a different manner, another one in a more attacking manner. We'll have to take it, and the final can bring about anything.
I can just tell you the records when you look at Zambia and that is Zambia and Mozambique. It is squarely in favor of Mozambique. They've won 2, they've drawn 1. They've never lost a game against the Zambians in the COSAFA Under 17 Championship. We spoke about the Zambians, the way they got to the final. Their first game, shrewd against the Swatini. Scoring 4 in the first half, got 2 more. They could have scored more in the second half. They won there by 6-0. In the second game against South Africa, I saw one of the best goals in this tournament. The long-range shot from middle apart from Gumby. And then we spoke about the third game against the host nation. What a game that was. 5-goal thriller at the end of it. And in the semi-finals, they were taken to task by the Angolans as well. They had to score an early goal, and right at the death, it was Mozulenga once again who delivered the story.
But that shows you that the standard has risen. You can see the teams that got into the knockout stages were not teams that you could basically walk over. Angola, the last 15 minutes of the semi-final, tried to be able to get some sort of a goal from it. Unfortunately, football works that way. Quick counter-attack, Zambia through 2-0. So at the end of the day, I think it's going to be an interesting game.
Rain is coming down, bucket full of rain here at the Mpira Stadium. But when the teams arrived, it was sunshine. The sun was shining. Brilliant it was indeed as the two countries arrived in this game. But now, you come as a coach. When you arrive, it is nice and shining outside. Then just before kickoff, it comes down buckets. What do you do?
Look, you're going to have to look at it from this perspective. One thing we must be fortunate enough, the pitch we're playing on will be a great pitch to play on. The ball will be a little bit faster. It will be easier on the players. So I think the rain in some ways is a blessing. It has been hot. Players have taken a tremendous amount of energy and physical abuse basically through this tournament. And today, I think the rain is going to help them, and I think we're in for a spectacular final.
Now you talk about what has happened. Team Mozambique, that's how they arrived. They're also having fun as they're getting ready for the final. This is the 5th tournament of 6 for COSAFA this year. Record as far as numbers are concerned. We had the first one being the seniors in the men. We had the 2 ladies tournament in Port Elizabeth, under 20, inaugural under 20 tournament, as well as the seniors for the women. Inaugural under 17 tournament in Mauritius. Now we have the under 17 in Malawi, under 20 coming up later on. So it can only get better.
Sure, and this is basically what we're saying, that the region requires 6 tournaments. It is the development ones that we are going to concentrate more for 2020. And if you look at when we start the program, 6 tournaments in 1 year is a tight schedule. But if COSAFA, with the technical teams, with the administration teams, and the GCs and everybody had put in lots of effort for us to be able to host and stage 6 tournaments, which have been all fantastic so far. And I think the one in Lusaka is going to be one that is something to look forward to for this year.
Next year we have the zonal qualifiers for the AFCON in 2021. Angola representing the region now in the World Cup. They're starting now, later on this month in Brazil. So 12 nations next year, I'm told, will be coming for the COSAFA Under 17 Championship. And only one spot available to qualify for the AFCON. So it's going to get tougher.
Look, as we're saying, it is getting tougher. The smaller countries, the island countries, are now competing. So for one spot in the 12 teams, I think it's going to be a tremendous tournament. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be competitive. And I think teams are already starting to prepare for this year, for the qualifier for AFCON. And I think we're going to see a spectacular one next year.
Talking about teams using this to qualify for the COSAFA for the AFCON in 2021, all the coaches I've spoken to, they said the reason why they brought players around 14 and 15, they're thinking ahead. They're thinking about what's going to happen going forward. The Angolan coach was very clear as well to say, our current team is at a World Cup. I do not want to be the man who will be looked at and say, he couldn't get us into the AFCON for us to qualify for the World Cup. 8 nations played here. Other 4 were not here. Your Botswanas were not here. All of those nations. Have they missed an opportunity?
I think anybody that misses a tournament misses an opportunity. As we always say from coaching point of view, the game is the best teacher. When you are playing amongst good competition, you're playing against national teams, I think the standard alone will prepare you for what's to come for 2020, for the qualifier, or for any game. And a tournament has all that basically takes you through a preparation phase.
We can talk football for the longest of times today. Let's talk about, let me just go a bit and get more on your brain about your team. You have a solid team that sits down and you have to go through certain matches are difficult to watch. But you still have to find a man of the match. You still have to look at the technical abilities of the players, and you still have to talk about certain elements that can improve in a game going forward. Your advice to a coach that's sitting down and watching this tournament and saying, you know what, I could have done better. What would be your approach when you come to a tournament like this? Do you want to look for results first, or do you try and look for development before results?
Look, we must always look at it from the perspective from coaches. In order for you to win, you need to perform. In order for you to perform, you need to have certain factors. In order for you to perform, you must ensure that your team is structured properly. So there's many things that go into trying to win a tournament. So it is in phases. You have to do it in phases. And that's why I said we look at various other aspects in the game. How tight are the lines? How compact are the lines? The defensive qualities, aerial dominance. So all those things we take into account, which we then will put in a report. And that report will then hand it over to the federations that participated.
I know you can't tell me who the player of the tournament is or a goalkeeper tournament, but let's just take this to you now. 2 teams, 2 different approaches. How do you think the Mozambicans will unlock and win? And how do you think the Zambians can unlock a very stable Mozambican defense and win?
Look, there's two ways that I'm going to look at it. From the Zambian point of view, they need to be able to play the same game. They've used their wide areas and their wingers very well. Their fullbacks overlap all the time. They continuously overlap. And when you be able to penetrate from the wide areas, you create opportunities for people to come through from center, the strikers and your central midfielders, to try and finish on goal. What Mozambique, I've seen them, they're effective in what they do. They've got solid midfield and defensive blocks. As soon as they get a counter-attack, they use their pace and they counter-attack very quickly. So I think we're in for a game that is going to be constructive on the one side, and on the other side is going to be a high-intensity game in terms of counter-attacks.
All right, Zune just spoke about the Mozambican coach as the last one that as we talking about. I caught up with the coaches, and this is what Coach Victor Martinez said before the game kicks off. All right, we've been joined here by the coach of Mozambique, Coach Martin. Coach, final you are in now. It is a matter of fighting and getting that gold prize. How has your preparation gone?
Well, so it was a good preparation. We know that we'll have a very difficult match because we're going to face one of the strongest team in this tournament. But so we arrived in this stage, we can say congratulations for the boys because they did what we put as our goals and as our objective. But finals, it's a final. So if they give us a chance, we would like to take this trophy to Mozambique. It will not be easy, but we'll fight for that. Everybody are ready to do it. We can, we dreams about it, but now it's a reality that we can fight in order to get this. So Zambia, they are fast. They make high pressure. So we are prepared for that. I will not say another things because many people are listening this interview and they observe what I'm saying about. So I think it will be a very good game. Both teams, the winners for those Group A and Group B. So that's why it's a real final that we're going to see those. So we hope to give a good football. All the people are here, although it's raining too much, but we'll try to do our best.
Any changes for today?
Yes. So in central, one of central defender, Kenneth Mubaba, he played 4 games, but now he's out. We put another to give more consistency there in defense. And we have another change in the midfield. Anton is in. Marvin Monjan is out. So those 2 changes that we made in our team for this match.
All right, Coach, all of the best for today.
Thank you very much.
Okay, we've been joined here by the coach of Zambia. Coach, it will be an interesting one here. You have played 4 matches, won all your 4 matches. How has the prep gone here for the final?
So well. Threw out a few knocks, but the boys are ready to play. Yes, we have won 4 out of 4. Equally for Mozambique to be in the final, it means they're equally a good side. And we are just ready for the 90 minutes.
Mozambique is just saying they're a very good side. They seem to defend in big numbers. Have you really done enough homework on them to know what you can be able to do against them here today?
For sure, a very organized side in terms of defense. In attack, they are less in number. And I think that's why we'll capitalize. If we can move the ball quickly into attack, especially use the width and put the balls into the box, I think we should be able to get goals.
Any changes for today, for the final?
Yeah, about 1 change. We're actually starting with the lineup which started the first 2 matches.
All right, Coach, all of the best for today, and good luck. Maybe every time we speak, you'll be a champion.
Thank you so much, Brian.
So welcome back to the Peter Stadium. We are about to experience the final of this year's tournament, the COSAFA Under 17 Youth Championship, the match between Mozambique up against Zambia, the 2 nations who haven't lost a game at all this year's competition. So it's all about the last prize, which will be the winner of this one. Who will be crowned the champions? This is what they're playing for. The trophy they'll be fighting for here in the next 90 minutes, the 2 nations. To remember, Zambia, the champions in 2017, Mozambique, yet to win this tournament. And they'll be having a chance now to try and get their first one for 2019. So what we're looking at now to be the winners. These are the fans that have come out, rain or not. They have braved the rain and they are watching on at the moment. Waiting for kickoff of this match between Zambia and Mozambique. A total of 8 nations participated in this tournament. And there are only 2 left. Who will be the winner? Who will be the champion of the 2019 COSAFA Under 17 Youth Championship? road to the final for Mozambique. 1-0. They won in a battle against Angola. The second game for the side of Mozambique, a goalless draw against Comoros Island. Then their third game they played in was a 4-1 victory against Lesotho before they got into the last game, where they had to fight very hard and eventually winning by 1-0 in that game for them to find themselves sitting in this plot and really looking at how things have gone overall for them. And then you have the next phase of how they got in 1-0, they won in a semi-final match. Looking at how the Zambians got there, they have been very ruthless from day one of this year's competition, winning by 6 goals in the opening game when they played against Eswatini. Second game, 7-0 they won when they played against the nation of South Africa. Then there was a victory for them again, 3-2 against their host nation, where they won comfortably in their match. Then the last game they played in a semi-final, they won by 2-0 in their last match for them to book their place in the final of this year's competition. They won the 2017 edition. They'll be looking for their second title in a space of 2 years. Talking about the Zambians, you can see the president of COSAFA here, Dr. Philip Chiyango, amongst those that are waiting, getting ready. The Minister of Sport in Malawi also amongst those who will be marching on to get and meet the players before we get to the business end of the tournament. So we'll be watching closely. So Dr. Philip Chiyango, the president of COSAFA, the Honorable Dr. Philip Chiyango amongst those, as well as the Minister of Sport from Malawi amongst those who will be going to the stand and meet the players. What a week we have had overall. Minister of Sport in Malawi, Honorable Francis Fizo, amongst those. The crowd that have come out, I have to say, from day one, even though the host nation was knocked out, they continued to come in great numbers and enjoying the beautiful game here in Malawi. Even in matches where Malawi didn't play, at least when we said we had that poor crowd, there's been about 2/3 of the stadium packed. With the rain having stopped, they'll go back to their positions on the far side of the field. So the Zambians coming in and the Mozambicans getting ready for the final. Mozambique wearing red and black for today. Zambia wearing the white colors with a bit of copper on their shoulders. So there you have Charity Mabume of here in Malawi leading the referees and the players onto the field of play before we get the final of the COSAFA Under 17 Championship underway. Before we get the final underway here in Malawi, they fought from the beginning. They are right at the end. It all comes down to this. Who wanted the most and who has had better plans in this year's competition? So the dignity is getting to meet the players. We have the president of COSAFA, Dr. Philip Chiyango, as well as the president of Malawian football, as well as member of the executive coming to meet the players as well. Dr. Walter Nyamilandu, amongst those moving on forward, as well as different dignitaries that have come out for today. It all comes down to this. Captain having to meet the different dignitaries as we come to the end of yet another edition of the COSAFA Under 17 Youth Championship. So the players have a chance even amongst them. It's a lady who won Miss Albinism right here in Malawi among the dignitaries meeting the players. As always, before we start, here's the national anthem of Mozambique. National anthem for the two nations have been sung. Now we are about to kick off the 2019 COSAFA Under 17 Championship, where the Zambians will be up against Mozambique. Zaza, the goalkeeper, will be looking to keep a clean sheet yet again today. So we have seen the head coaches spoke about what they've done, the two changes made here by the Mozambicans. Let's have a look at the starting 11 for today. Zavala back in goals. Elton Tembe coming in. Elton 04s. Amongst the players to talk about the captain of the Mozambicans. Clyde Tropper amongst the starter. Miguel Muchanga is the player. Antonio Sumbane came off the bench. He does get a start today. Another player to talk about here. Sergio Chongo among the starters today for the Mozambicans. I beg your pardon. So those are the players starting today. Adike Aide amongst the starters if you go forward. So let's have a look at the match officials for today. Godfrey Kakananga from here in Malawi, assisted by Eswat Tilak from Mauritius. Twala Banele from Eswatini. Tabo Nkache rather from Lesotho. Khiba. Mwanyane from Lesotho. Charity Mabumbe coming from here in Malawi. So these officials who are here today, talking about the man that's leading the pack for today's match. He had been an official in a few other matches. Other matches they was involved in was Mozambique against Lesotho, Lesotho Comoros Island. He was the man in charge of those two matches. Then he was the fourth official in the two matches when it was Mozambique against Comoros Island, South Africa against Zambia. When we look at the starting 11, Chipioka get a start. Chipioka Songa gets back into the starting 11. So the 11 has started in the first game. And the game against South Africa and Eswatini is back together here for this match. This is the strongest team that Coach Mutapa could have put together. So Mozambique will be up against it. They have to fight very hard here against the Zambians. So you can see there Oswat, Mukuka Mutapa, the man in charge of the Zambians. He will be getting things going for the team today. So we're about to start the first half of this gold medal is what these teams will be fighting for, the glory to be known as the winners of the COSAFA Under 17 Youth Championship. Zambia up against Mozambique. Former champions, 2017 champion Zambia against 2001. They came close, that is Mozambique, but they came undone. And looking at the Zambians in 1994, that is the Zambians who could not get to the final. 1994, they lost against Mozambique in 1994. They came up against Mozambique again, the Zambians, in the same competition. And once again, they came undone. And that was in 2017. En route to win the tournament, they played Mozambique, lost by 1-0. 1994, they lost in the group stage semi-finals against Mozambique by 2-1. Here they are, and they played again in 2018. It was a goalless draw. So a good record for Mozambique against Zambia. Can they make it count today here in the final? Can they get a win against the Zambians and keep their good record intact? "48 minutes, 48 goals have been scored rather in this year's competition. So set piece given now to the Mozambicans. Clyde Tropper on the ball. Clyde Tropper, 16 years of age. Long ball played into the penalty area. Keeper comes out and just puts it over the crossbar. Mwale yet to concede. Mwale yet to concede in this tournament. Being tested there by the Mozambicans. Being tested by the Mozambicans. Long ball played in. Header expected, cleared away. Adike Ida going on the far side of a field for Mozambique. Ball stolen by the Zambians. So Simbane getting a start here today. Alongside Muchanga in the middle of a park for the Mozambicans. It's a pretty strong team they've come up with here today. Marvin Munjane has been allocated to the bench for the Mozambicans. Here comes the young Chipolopolos. Long ball, play forward, a mistake at the back. Chipioka, that is Chipioka. Chipioka rather, Songa comes in, ball cleared away. Chipioka Songa will be a danger man on the wings here every time they go forward. Comes the short coming in this time around here from Chikola. Ball goes out of play. Baba, as the coach mentioned, is not in the starting 11. One of the changes made here by the Mozambicans. Here they come again. Songa back now for the Zambians. Ball cleared away by Zero Force. Collected here by Simwanda, playing the ball short again. It is Zambia near side. Songa. Simwanda on the ball. Chatted down by Kanda. Cleared away Mozambique. Trying to pick out Cipriano. Cipriano is the danger man to play the ball to. It's always lacking there. Scored 5 goals. The same as the Angolan player. Both players have scored a total of 5 goals in this year's competition. That's where the action happened on the far side. And Gumby going to the ground. So chance now for a set piece to be played in. Ball played in, it's a poor set piece. Cleared away easily by the Mozambicans to the far side of the field. Zambia have the ball back. This time it's a better one. Floated in, Zero Force. Forever a force in the penalty area. Gets that ball away. Zero Force has been brilliant in this tournament. Ball goes out on the far side. A corner kick given now to the Zambians. Corner kick to the Zambians. Long ball from Zambia. Kiowa is in there. Ball cleared away. Falls short outside the penalty. The shot coming in. Alive again. Zero Force away. Long range shot coming in. This one straight to the stands. Straight to the stands the ball goes. Simwanda trying to find his first goal of this year's competition. Goalless it remains after 6 minutes of football played. Victor Luis Martin is being forever vocal from the first moment of this game. Forward they go. Songa. Chipioka Songa goes on the outside. Chipioka Songa. Goalkeeper collects. Forward ball played in. And he spoke to Zunaid. He said, Mozambique will play their own way and try and catch the Zambians on a counter. Here comes Songa. Early ball from him. Chance for a shot. Joseph Panda. A pass should have been better. He went for shot himself. Joseph Panda. Joseph Panda wanted to score himself. Not to be. Ball closed down. And the battle continues. Long ball here from the Zambians. Out goes the ball, still kept in play by Mozambique. Chanda is coming in, Simbwane lose the ball, they get the ball back again. But scrappy at the moment between the two nations. Hey DK, middle of a park, ball played in by him. On to the far side now. It is Enriquez. Long ball from him over the center. Looking for Cipriano. Away from Kiowa. Away from Kiowa. And there, tell you, Martin is very animated. He will be like that the whole game. Very passionate coach. That is the coach of Mozambique. There's a player down in the meantime. There's a player down in the meantime for the Zambians on the far side of the field. Player down on the far side of the field. So we'll continue play. He's up and ready to continue. Joseph Sobaba Banda, supplier of the opening goal for the Zambians in the match they played. Cipriano short ball into the penalty area, cleared away. Shot coming in now from Mozambique. Away the ball goes. Collected again by Mozambique, near side of the field. Running media, and they play the ball short to the left-hand side of the field. Clyde Tropper. Ball plays short here by Muchanga. Collected marching on forward. Antonio Sumbane came off the bench in the semi-finals against the Swatini. He will be the player that'll try to get a ball too early. Ball one again, Adike for the Mozambicans. Playing the ball toward the near side of the Tropper. Here comes Adike again. Adike on the ball. Adike finding support near side. Muchanga. Muchanga's ball knocked down. Away they come now, Cipriano. Pulls it wide. They are fighting. They are trying to find a goal early. Here again, the Zambians. The coaches are prepared. The players must deliver now. The fans want a goal, and they want skills and flair. They have been shown exactly that here by the two teams. Zerefors clears the ball. Simwanda, long ball from Simwanda, cleared away in the penalty area this time here for Mozambique by Sergio Chongo. Alive again, Zerefors gets the ball away. On the far side, Peter Chikola is there. He's in action against Elton Tembe. Elton Tembe going to the ground. Zerefors, he is a force to be reckoned with in defense of the Mozambicans. So Elton Tembe, Ailton Martin Zerefors, as well as Jose Zavala, retaining shoulders from 2018 edition. Ball flicked on. Ngambi's there. Zerefors gets there first. Here is Adike Ide. Ball one here by Simwanda. Playing upon the line. Running made forward. Asking way too much of his countrymen. Benson Simwanda's ball, not the best of passes. Another young man, 15 years of age for the Zambians. Born in Luanshya, but grew up in Garden, Lusaka. From Chipamba Breakthrough Academy to Vector FC, where he's playing at the moment. Having his 5th start of this year's top competition. Played all the matches and all the minutes for the Zambian national team. And today will be no difference. Here they are now. Ball collected into the penalty area. Ball paid in! Over the crossbar, the ball goes. Cipriano waiting. The entire bench up, they thought that's in the back of the net. There's that move again. Running main near side of the field. Jose Zavala's cut back, and this one should have been converted by Cipriano. Puts it over the crossbar. Middle of park, left-hand side of a field. Here come the Zambian marching on forward. Ball play short, collected again. Joseph Panda. Oh, what a tackle. What a tackle. To get the ball away. Mozambique taking no prisoners in this game. Out goes the ball on the far side. Sergio Chongo had to be spot on with his challenge, the young man from Maputo. Player for Liga Desportiva de Maputo. Told the home team for one Tico Bukwane. That's where he made his name from, and doing very well at the moment. So 2 changes in this game. Long ball played in. Simwanda sends a long ball forward. Gumby cannot get the ball. Cleared by Mozambique. Captain play on the far side. Can move away from his marker. Well won. Yeah, by Peter Chikola. Chikola just easily nudged off the ball. Goes to the ground. Free kick given. Free kick given now to the Zambians on the far side. Peter Chikola. It's one of the players I've been told have been scouted and signed alongside the middle of the park Chanda for the Zambians. Songa. Cleared. Here they come now. Sumbane's early ball. Making a run here. It is Muchanga. Muchanga up against my Kiowa. Long ball in. Away the ball is cleared. Edike. Ball collected by Tembe again. Here come Mozambique. Near side of a field. Dropper marching on forward. Dropper's long ball to Cipriano. Over the head of Cipriano. Chikola. Banda on the far side. Joseph Banda. The son of Sabobo Banda. Full names are Joseph Sabobo Banda. Born in Lusaka. Currently staying in Amarsdale, Lusaka. The young man was part of the team that went to play in a team in 2017 in the Goalkeeper Cup. Clearance coming in, free kick given against Cipriano. What happened? The trailing leg just catching him on the rib cage. So the medics having a look at the player Cipriano. He's got 5 goals, the same as Valdemiro of Angola. Both players on 5 goals. Valdemiro doing what Cipriano did in a game against Lesotho. He scored 4 goals today for his country. It's all about fighting and fighting here today. So we're back to the live action. The COSAFA Under 17 Championship for 2019 in Malawi. This is match number 16. 48 goals have been scored in the first 15 matches. Far side of a field. Marching on forward, Tembe's ball, played early, intercepted by Kumho. Mwenda playing the ball short towards Chanda. Chanda going back into the penalty area now for the Zambians. Onesmus Chipango, back to his goalkeeper, Iford Mwale. Here comes Miguel. Chanda Chaiwa. Long ball forward from him, over the Centime, intercepted again by Tembe. Laying the ball short here for Jose Zavala. He's got support on the far side. Jose Zavala brings the ball down again to the far side of the field. Joseph Banda. Here comes Gumby. Rickson Gumby. Slows down easily. Sergio Chongo. Tracks back well. He's the fresh player who's only in the starting department. It's only his second start in this competition. They made a change. They sacrificed the regular starter. Marvin Munjane has been dropped to the bench with Sergio coming in to join the defense, as well as the other player who's gone to the bench, and that is Kenese Mubaba. Those are the defenders. for this team of Mozambique. They have a plan. They have never lost against Zambia in the COSAFA Under 17 Youth Championship. 2 wins and a draw in the previous 3 matches played for the Mozambicans. Chanda, Chikola, collected again, stolen. Zavala. Yes, Zavala. Jose. Still Jose Zavala. Ball blocked and a handball has been given. Handball given against Chikola. Handball against Chikola. Jose Zavala plays for Black Bulls in Mozambique. His 4th start of this year's tournament. Missed only the first game since then. He has started in all the other matches. 2018 player. He was there in 2018 in Mauritius. Chipioka Songa. Close down quickly, Chipioka Songa. Ball collected. Edike. Edike's long ball. Cleared by Chikola. Collected again by Tembe. On the right-hand side of the field. Here they come again now with Sumbane. Sumbane's early ball. Mwale comes out. Mwale sends the ball long. Moses Mulenga is closed down today. Here's a long ball toward Muchanga. Keeps it in play, but Songa will restart play. Laying the ball now towards Gumby. He's got 2 players on him. And Zere Force puts the ball out. Ailton Martins, Zere Force gets the ball away. Enriquez, ball to the far side. Enriquez making a run. Sabobo Banda. Kumwenda. Kumwenda finding support from Simwanda into the penalty area. Ball cleared away. Kanda gets the ball back. Move forward once again. Julius Kumwenda in the middle of a park from Chawama in Lusaka province. Ola! Wide. They are reduced to take long-range shots here, these Zambians. Coach Oswald Mutapa realizing that he's up against it today. Against a team that is resolute in defense, solid at the back and always want to go forward. Kumwenda is fouled. Free kick Zambia. Simwanda. Kumwenda. Simwanda. Kumwenda. Ngambi. Piece 1 Ngambi. Cannot go through the second. A free kick given. Free kick given by the referee. Free kick from Godfrey Gagananga. Free kick given against Mozambique. And he cannot happy at all. He feels there's nothing wrong with the challenge. What is he complaining about? They held him back the first time around. Tropper came across. Free kick given. Free kick given. So we have now a free kick given to the Zambians. Chikola's long ball. Keeper comes out, pumps it away. And the clearance coming in. Saved by the goalkeeper. Almost the first own goal of this year's competition. But the goalkeeper was not to be beaten. Equal to the task. Get that ball. Came out. Double-fisted save from him. Then he's a teammate. Almost putting that into the back of the net. Would have been a beautiful own goal that had gone in. Goalkeeper equal to the task. Simwanda towards Chipioka. Songa dispossessed. Mozambique. Ball play short now by Edike. To the near side, toe poked out of play. So here come the Mozambicans. As they get the ball. The referee has called play back here. Will restart play just outside the middle of the park. Still no goal scored between the two nations. Look at the history of the competition. Matches that have gone to penalties. It's only been two finals that have gone to penalties. 1-1 draw between Zimbabwe and South Africa in 2007. And the 2016 edition when Namibia and South Africa also played in the final, and it was all about the winner having to come out via penalties. All the other matches have always had an outright winner in the final. 2-1 South Africa won against Mozambique in 1984. 3-0 victory for Malawi, here in Malawi in 2001. And there was a 3-0 victory for Zambia in Mauritius against Mauritius. Angola winning 1-0 against South Africa in Mauritius last year. Chikola's long ball. Mulenga is in there. Zeta Force is there equally. Ball collected here by Gumby. Gumby towards Kumwenda. In fact, it was Chanda to the shot. Chanda shot going straight to the stands. Chanda shot going straight to the stands. He's yet to find the back of the net, Chanda. Simwanda got a touch. Throw-in will be now to Mozambique. To be taken by Clyde Dropper. Product of Tex Africa, before eventually moving on to Black Bulls. His father, a former footballer himself. It's only his third start, by the way. His fourth overall. Matches played in this year's competition. Ball stolen. And then Chipioka Songa remains on the ground. Chipioka Songa remains on the ground. He wanted to get a free kick, nothing, says the referee. Play continues. Joseph Panda. Panda stopped. Zavala. Tembe goes down. Free kick given. Free kick given on the far side of the field. So that's what happened on the far side of the field. Panda, the man has been penalized by the referee. So you see the dignitaries that are watching at the moment there. We do have the Minister of Sport here from Malawi, Honorable Francis Fiso, alongside him. You can see there the President of COSAFA, Dr. Philip Chiangwa, as well as the President of Malawian Football, Dr. Walter Nyamulandu, all watching on at the moment. First half of the final of the COSAFA Under 17 Youth Championship. So President of Malawi. It is a FIFA Council member as well, Dr. Walter Nyamilandu Manda. There'll be elections soon here in Malawi as well, as far as the FA is concerned. Zambia's performance in the COSAFA Under 17 Youth Championship. They found themselves finishing third on a few occasions already in this tournament. Third finishers in 2001. Here's a chance now in the penalty to Mulenga. Oh, what a tackle. What a tackle. Come across the Chongo, gets the ball. And that's going to be given the corner kick now to the Zambians. That's a pass there from Chipioka Songa. And the tackle had to be 100% perfect. Otherwise, we're talking a different story. Ball play short. Goes out of play, goal kick. Wasted opportunity. Zambian run. Third finishers, 2001. Third finishers, 2007. Champions, 2017. Group stage knockouts. They were knocked out in the group stages in 2018. Here they are now in the final. Can they win it? Mozambique, besides their second finish in 1994, have really not been able to come out of stages. Now, here comes Songa. He's got 3 players around him. And Zera Force gets that ball, but he goes out of play. Will be a throw-in near side of a field. Ailton Zera Force, former Costa do Sol player. Currently playing for Black Bulls. Ball goes out of play, will be a throw-in to the Zambians next to their own dugout. Kumwenda. Songa has moved from the right-hand side to the left-hand side of the field now. He'll be taking on the far side, Songa. She's flanks now in the first half with Joseph Panda coming to the near side. "15 years of age, there is a Chipioka Songa from Chipata compound in Lusaka. Currently playing for Young Green Buffaloes FC in Lusaka. His father, Lincoln Songa, was a referee. And his name is very popular, his surname, by the way. In the Chisamwamba village. Porokoso district in the northern province. Songa coming in, ball cleared away from him. Chanda is in there. Kumwenda. Chanda sends the ball back. Collected by Chaiwa. Chaiwa to the goalkeeper, Ifot Mwale. He's yet to concede a goal, Ifot Mwale. In the previous 3 matches he's played in. Chanda gets the ball away. Tembe is in there. Here's Mulenga now. Panda gets the ball. Panda going forward into the penalty. Panda shoots at the goalkeeper. And the goalkeeper gathers on second attempt. Still no goal scored between the two nations. Here they are now. Ball being played short to the far side of the field. Collected again by Chikola. Goes on the other side of his marker. Ball blocked by Tembe. Goes out. Corner kick will be. Very technical side, this Mozambican team. It's not going to be easy. Ball played in. Keeper comes out and gets it on second attempt. Long ball now towards Cipriano. He's isolated. Gets the ball, Cipriano. Keeps it in play. No, he cannot. Coach Martin immediately telling him, let's go, my boy. We can do this. And the ball this time around, Panda was there. very much animated. The coach of Mozambique, Kumwenda, Mulenga, playing the ball to the near side of the field. Panda is there, back to Mulenga in the penalty area. Ball get away from him. Goalkeeper will collect and restart at the back. Goalkeeper restart at the back. Mozambican. Muchanga and Sumbane trying to combine. Simwanda gets the ball back. Pin the ball short again, collected here by Tropa. Adike dispossessed. Zavala gets the ball back. Mozambique, Tembe. Marching on forward, Tembe. On the far side of the field, Tembe still going. Early ball, Chikola gets the ball back for the Zambians. Here comes Chanda. He's got Mulenga on the far side. Mulenga crowing, playing the ball across the midfield now. A shot from range. They will not be able to trouble the goalkeeper of Mozambique with shots like that. Shot from Kumwenda. Kumwenda had a chance there to try and open the scoring for the Zambians, but not like that. Kiowa playing the ball back to his goalkeeper. Here they are getting possession. Chanda, middle of the park, goes in wide. Chikola for the Zambians. He's got support, waiting a Songa. Songa's long ball roped into the penalty area. And Gumby gets there, but so does the goalkeeper. No goals have been scored yet in this game. Middle of the park, ball cleared away. Muchanga. And Simwanda gets the ball back. Here they come now towards Panda. Panda goes over the center half. Panda closed down. Ball played in this time by Zambia once again won. Muchanga follow through now. Tropa's early ball into the penalty area. The keeper comes out. And a challenge coming through this time from Cipriano, but Mwale comes out. Mozambique scored goals in the group stages. Scored a goal when they played in their first match against Angola. Scored 4 against Lesotho in their final game. So they only scored 5 goals in the group stages, conceding 1 in the interim. Zambia, on the other hand, scored a total of 16 goals, conceding just 2, and that was in their last group match. Kiowa playing the ball now. Collected here by Chipango. Pango looks up on the far side of the field. Back again on the line. Chikola now. Continues going Chikola. Ball played in by Chikola. Kid outside. And that will be a corner kick to the Zambians. Corner kick will be to Zambia. Corner kick will be to Zambia on the far side of the field. 39 minutes of football played. First half of the final. Long ball in. Zero force comes out and a free kick given against the Zambians. We look here at the last 3 finals of the COSAFA Under-17 Championship. In 2016, the final was between Namibia and South Africa. Both goals were scored in the second half of the game, 64th and 70th minute, respectively. which was eventually won by the Namibians by 3-1. Then a final in 2017, where Zambia walked away victorious. All the goals were also scored in the second half. 72nd, 79th, and 81st minute. So when the goals were scored. And then the only final in the last three where a goal was scored early was in last year's final, played in Mauritius. And Kapita scored the only goal after a mistake by the South African defender and the goalkeeper. Capitalized and scored the goal. And Angola won that game by 1-0. Changa. This time a free kick has been given. And I tell you, the entire bench is animated of Mozambique. They say he got the ball. Let's see. Did he? No, he did not. No, he did not. Right decision by the referee. Good decision by the referee. Cipriano isolated. Goalkeeper collecting Mwale. Near side for the Zambians. Onesmus Chipango. Chipango's long ball towards Ngambi. Away by the Mozambicans. Ball one here by Adike. Looking for an early ball, Adike. Laying the ball through now towards. And a long clearance from Mwale. Well, read the ball well. "41 minutes of football played. Throw in taken. Send away this time. Adike is there. But also is Zavala. Tembe. Tembe cut inside. Tembe goes for a shot. Kiowa gets the ball away. Back from Tembe to the far side. Wanted an offside, not to be. Captain play again here by the Mozambicans. Tembe on the ball for Mozambique. On the far side of the field. Tembe closed down. Ball goes out of play. Will be a throw-in. Throw-in will be last year's tournament at 12 nations, by the way. And the 12 nations battled it out for the ultimate prize. And that was used as a qualifiers also for the AFCON for Under-17 in Tanzania. 22 matches played, 69 goals were scored. Here they come now, Ngambi. Ngambi has got behind, Ngambi! Oh, puts it wide! They found their fast break, and this one, they broke in numbers. And Mulenga's ball towards Ngambi. And put it wide. There you can see Mulenga's ball. Panda was calling for the ball. And Ngambi went for glory, and the one goes behind. Absolutely good counter there from the Zambians. But the finish, you can't blame for taking a shot from there. Here's Ngambi on the ball. Plays the ball now towards Mulenga. Goes in wide to the far side. Offside given against Chikola. Offside against Chikola. Then there the referee is going to Chikola to the side. The Mozambican player goes down like he's just been shot. I don't know what happened. I'll try and have a look at what happened there. He's saying that he was caught in the face by Chikola. They'll be saying, get away, move away from me. A yellow card is coming out. There will be a yellow coming out from the referee. He's putting the player, the culprit, to the side. And there's Chikola. Tembe on the ground, Tembe. And a yellow card will come out for the Zambian player. Yellow card against Chikola. So let's see what happened there. Just touched him. Yeah. Yellow card going out in the 44th minute of the first half. Very silly, I have to say. It was just touched and pushed, and the way he went down, you'll think he was punched. The way he went down. Tembe. Don't know whether this thing is being taught to these young kids in football. If you get touched, you must actually go down like you've been shot. That's how he went down. He's on a stretcher. So it looks like he's bleeding or something there as he's finally up. I think it's where when he went down, it's what happened. Because we literally just touched and we went down. So it looks like to be bleeding to the nose as well. Maybe apologies to the young man. But he's up again and will continue with play. Outside of a picture. So 2 minutes added on at the end of the first 45. Been a tough battle today for the Zambians. Mozambique have a plan and they're sticking to their guns. Mulenga. Songa making a run. Zeta Force gets there. And Zeta Force knocks the ball on Songa. Goes out of play. Will be a goal kick this time now to the Mozambicans. Goal kick given to Mozambique. No goal scored at the moment. Long ball forward. Simwanda clears. Away from Safale. Chikola on a yellow card. Out goes the ball on the far side of the field. Will be a throw in to the Mozambicans. We are now at the end of the first half. And the mercy of the referee. He's going to take the throw in, the referee. Telling that I'm not going to have any of that. Let's take the throw in. Let's continue with the game. Tembe takes the throw in. Away from Chipioka Songa. Out goes the ball on the far side, Chikola. Flicks on ball. And that's how we come to the end of the first half. Here between Mozambique and Zambia. A very tactical game between the two nations. And they still don't have the opening goal here today. The fans have come out. At least now I'm counting around 4,500 in this 5,000-seater stadium. They will have the usual hardly middle of a park before they go into the break. It is goals that matters, and there's been none scored after 45 minutes of football. And if you look at the way the commission have gone, Zambia in all the matches, they have managed to find the back of the net at least once in all the matches in the first half, bar the semi-final, and now in the final. So things are getting tougher and tougher as they go. It is Mozambique 0, Zambia 0 as we come to the end of the first half. sharp of it. Yeah? Oh, all right. Yeah, I'm not. monitors gone, boss. Your speedway. Your speedway. Can you tell these guys come so on the monitor? The monitor is gone. Yeah, close picture of monitor. No, but I need them to sort out the monitor, boss. Go! Welcome back to the Mpira Stadium in Mpira Village. Chiwembe in Blantyre, Malawi. We are about to get into the second half of the final for this year. It all started on the 11th of October. It is all coming down to today. Who will win it? We'll find out in the next 45 minutes or so of this game. Zambia up against Mozambique. Mozambicans have done very well. They've held their own here against their Zambian counterparts. They've really been solid to the back. They've kept things under lock and key. It has been almost impossible to break against them. So now, what will Zambia do in the second half? Two of the last three finals saw goals scored in the second half. Only one final produced a goal in the first half. How will this final end? So the Mozambican players now finally returning and will get the action going. The Mozambican players finally coming in, and also the Zambians all ready to get things going. We are now in the final of the COSAFA Under 17 Youth Championships. So if no goals are scored here in the second half of this game, we will go straight to penalties. Kicks from the penalty mark will determine the winner in accordance with the procedure specified in the laws of the game. No extra time shall be played in all knockout matches. We have not had a penalty shootout yet. Match have been decided in 90 minutes regulation time. How is this one going to end? How is this one going to end? No change by both coaches. Sticking to their guns from the first half. Just confirmation and recap of who started for the Zambians. They are Ifo Mwale, Benson Simwanda, Peter Chikola, Miguel Changa Chaiwa, Onesmus Chipango, Joseph Sabobo Banda, Julius Kumwenda, Dominic Kanda, Chipioka Songa, Rickson Gumby, and Moses Mulenga. Those are the starters for the Zambians today. Mozambique, Kimi Zavala, Elton Tembe, Sergio Chongo, Clyde Tropper. Here comes now Zambia on attack and an offside given. Clyde Tropper, Elton Martinez, Zero Force, Miguel Muchanga, Antonio Sumbane, Atilio Enriquez, Jose Zavala, Erike Aide, as well as Simon Cipriano. Those are the starters. Those are the starters for today for the Zambian and Mozambican teams, respectively. Long ball forward now. Mulenga in a penalty area. Ball paid in across the face of goal. And then Songa sends it back again. Over the crossbar. The ball is played by Mulenga. Mulenga's cross went wide. They get it back and pay it back again this time around. Puts the ball over the crossbar. Chipioka Songa's ball. And Mulenga should have done better there. He should have done better there, Mulenga. Had a chance to score his 5th goal in as many matches. He has scored in all the 4 matches, a single goal in every match so far in this tournament. And he's just one behind the current top scorers, joint top scorers, Cipriano and Valdemiro, both on 5 goals. The Angolan and the Mozambican players, respectively. So Chanda being caught there. So Chanda, it is in fact Gumby, Rickson Gumby, who went down, and then Chanda fell just after him also. So both players been caught on the far side. Free kick now given to the Zambians. Free kick given to the Zambians. Mozambique at the moment sitting at the back. Long ball played in. Zero Force away. Zavala gets the ball back. Chikola. Still Chikola. Goes in forward. Collected by Mwale in goals. Mwale goes into the far side of the field. Changa Chaiwa. Songa. Chaiwa. Once again. Switch from right to left hand side. Chikola brings the ball down for the Zambians. On the line, the ball is played. Panda on the ball. He's up against Tembe. Tembe does well. Tembe does brilliantly. Get the ball away, but he keeps possession away immediately. Chanda. Chikola. Chikola looks up. Mulenga is in there. Chongo. Back again now to Chikola. Chikola's got support. Chikola goes long into the penalty. The ball control. Oh, Songa took his eyes off the ball. That was a beautiful pass. Had he not been somehow unsighted by his teammate, would have been a sublime pass towards him from Chikola. Whooped into the left foot. Ever look at this again. Made a run late into the penalty area. And he took his eyes off the ball for a second. And he lost out on a great opportunity. Cipriano Gets the ball here. Adike dispossessed. Kumwenda playing the ball early towards Joseph Panda. Here's Panda. Panda dispossessed easily. Tembe now on the ball for Mozambique. Tembe's ball on the line. Simon Cipriano on the near side of the field for Mozambique. Taking on Miguel, Chanda, Kiowa. Ball goes out. Simon Cipriano, another player from Maputo playing his football for Desportivo de Maputo. Scored 4 goals in a game against Lesotho, 1 against Swatini. And it went off just around the 87th minute of that game. So let's see now. Zerofo's gone forward. Long ball in. The keeper misses it. And he's saved by the bell, literally. Saved by the bell, the goalkeeper. Ifod Mwale. It's a good ball played in. Zerefos was there lurking. And going down. Chikola, near side for the Zambians. Bypasses Kanda, goes to the far side of the field. Ball collected here by the Zambians. Chipango in the ball short. Mulenga's long ball. Controlled well. Just outside the penalty area, cleared away. Adike is in there. Stolen again. Kanda. Gives the ball away, Kanda. Something he doesn't do much of. Zavala. Pressure applied by Gumby. COSAFA U17. No goal scored yet. We are in the second half. 6 minutes of this final have been played already. So 60 minutes has been played between the two nations. Simwanda, Kanda for the Zambians. Chikola from deep. Still Chikola going. Playing the ball shot to Panda. Panda again Chikola. Chikola's cross expected. Chikola's cross! Keeper spills the ball. Alive for Zambia still! And they find the back of the net! And Panda makes it 1-0. The goalkeeper saved, but he spilled the ball. And waiting there was Panda unmarked. Simwanda. Once again, they go for the camera. So 1-0 Zambia go. Have a look at this. Again, Chikola gets the ball. Banda to Chikola. Chikola looks up. Cross from him. Keeper couldn't control the ball and then put into the back of the net. 1-0 the scoreline. 1-0 the scoreline. In favor. One 0 the scoreline here in favor of Zambia. 53rd minute when a goal came in. And Joseph Sabobo Panda, the goal scorer. 1-0 the scoreline in favor of Zambia. Now, Mozambique have never trailed in this tournament so far. Mulenga! Lashes onto that ball and puts it wide. He really did connect with it well, Mulenga. Half-cleared ball. Fell kindly for him. And used the lace techniques. Can see their full foot around the ball. Kieran Simwanda. Corner kick could be Mozambique. Can they find the equalizer? Now, Zerefos is coming. So, let's see now how the Mozambicans will use this. Zerefos is in the penalty area against Kiowa. Look at the frame of Zerefos against the Zambian defenders. Long ball in. Zerefos gets there. The ball just dropped ahead of him. Songa on the far side. Songa goes down. He feels he was struck there and he's quickly up again. Here comes Tembe. If he can shoot, he's caught. And Mulenga there. One 0 the scoreline in favor of Zambia. Away from Kiowa. Control again here by Mulenga. And Mulenga is caught. Goes to the ground, free kick given. Free kick given. Free kick given this time against the Mozambique. Long ball there from Simwanda into the penalty area. Header! Over the crossbar. Goal kick will be. And I tell you, Zeta Force was beaten by Panda. Not the tallest of players, but he managed to get between them and connected to the ball. Have a look at this. They really lost him for a second and almost punished them. Back to the live action. And there we have a throw in. Here comes Mulenga now against Zeta Force. Zeta Force hoops that ball out. Throw in will be. Throw in will be. Throw in will be to the Zambians taking quickly. Play short again. Chikola avoids one challenge but not a second one. Ball cleared away. Onesmus Chipango goes in wide. Simwanda. Long ball played in. Offside given against the Zambians. As you can see that onto the left-hand side of the president of COSAFA. It is the president of Zambian football, Andrew Kamanga, watching on the moment. He's sitting alongside the president of COSAFA, Honorable Dr. Philip Chiangwa, as well as the Minister of Youth and Sport here in Malawi, Honorable Francis Fiso. Fiso watching on at the moment. This is the final after all. Somebody has to win. I did mention that in matches that have been played in the last 3 editions, only once have we seen a goal being scored in the first half. Oh, that's trouble. He's on a yellow card already. He will walk. He's on a yellow already and he will walk. Only the third red card of this year's tournament. Only the third red of this year's tournament. He got a yellow in the 44th minute before the end of the first half. Get his second yellow in the second half. And he walks. Zambia will have to play the remainder of this game with 10 men. That's why he got a yellow card. Now let's see how Mozambique is going to use the advantage of an extra player. Gumby still. It's the first red card being given by the man in charge of today's match. So 10 men Zambia, can they hold on? Leading here by 1-0. Now they have the advantage of numerical advantage. Can they make it count? Can they use it? Talking there about Mozambique. Peter Chikola, the player red carded today for the Zambians. He therefore became the third player to be red carded in this year's competition. First player was Andrew Lamek of Malawi, right here at this venue. And he was a silly one because he got his red card in a 90 plus 5 minutes of referee time, which could have been avoided. That was against South Africa. Then there was a red card. Tabang Tumelo Mahlangu of South Africa in a game against Eswatini. He got his red card on the 87th minute of that game. So today, just 13 minutes into the second half, a red card has been given. They have 30 minutes, Mozambique, to find the equalizer. Zambia have 30 minutes to hold on and win this game and be crowned champions for the second time of the COSAFA Under 17 Championship. If they do win, they'll become only the second nation to win 2 titles in the COSAFA Youth Championship Under 17. South Africa, the other nation. And then somebody might argue and say South Africa, the one they won, 94, was the one where it was a full competition. The second one was when there was only 4 nations who took part in the tournament. And they won the group and therefore became champions. Here's Panda. Mulenga. Back to Panda. Panda still going. Still Panda in a penalty that goes outside. Panda. Forced away. Panda trying to get a ball in. And well protected this time around. So Mozambique must show us a different side of their game, as for the first time they're trailing in a match. They've never ever trailed so far in this year's competition. The head coach was talking about his proud record of the number of matches he has played in a 2018 edition also without losing a match. He has done it again this time. Can they hold on? Can they find an equalizer to keep the proud record he was talking about? Here they are, ball cleared out on the far side. Zambia's really, at the moment, they've been the powerhouse in youth competitions. They are the record winners at the under 20 level also. Talking about Zambia. The record champions at the under 20 level already. They've now just scored a goal that could give them their second title at this level. To be their second title in the last 3 editions of this competition. We are in the second half. It's a lot of battling and fighting for it. Long ball played in. Mwale comes out and collects the ball. Mwale comes out and collects the ball. Zimwanda has moved from the right-hand side. He's now playing on the left-hand side of the field. They've switched things a bit here, the Zambians. So Charles Mumba, twice he has scored coming off the bench. His 4th appearance off the bench in the entire competition, and kept the coach making a sacrifice here. Songa has dropped down, playing on the left-hand side of the defense. So the player that comes in now, that is Charles Mumba. He can run at the defense, but he can also defend well when the need arises for him to do so. So Julia sacrificed. Zerefos. Zerefos from range. Put it ball wide, Zerefos. Why the ball goes from Zerefos. So Mozambique making a change also. The player has gone off. It is Antonio Sumbane incoming. Guilherme Lazaro. They just came on for them. Here they are again. Ball cleared away this time around. Still the scoreline remains. Zambia 1-0 against Mozambique. Long ball away. Goes out on the near side of the field. Will be a throw in. Now I want to see how Coach Martin will come up in the second half. Given the way the game is looking at the moment. So, Mozambique's long ball played forward. Tembe gets the ball near side of the field. 10 versus 11. Mozambique have 11, Zambia have 10. There the young man. He's been told to move and he remonstrates to the referee, I have to say. It's unnecessary because he could find himself in trouble. So the medics have been told to leave the field of play for the injured player. Second half of this match, still Zambia leading by 1-0 against Mozambique. We also saw the senior team walking away victorious in the COSAFA Senior Challenge. The women team came to the final and lost against South Africa in the women's tournament. So here they are now going forward on the far side of the field. Come back with it again. Zambia up against Mozambique. 1-0, they're leading in the moment, the Zambians. We are now approaching the last 20 minutes of this game. Long ball in. Straight to the goalkeeper. Straight to the goalkeeper. Here they come again. Mozambique now with Tembe. Can't get to the ball. Collected play short by Mumba. Here's Panda now for Mozambique, for Zambia. Here's Panda going forward. Still Panda going. A DK following him. Panda. Leave the ball behind. Mumba. Saved by the goalkeeper. Long range shot. Keeper gets to it. Long ball played forward. We find the second half of this match. Zambia leading here by 1-0 against Mozambique. The COSAFA Under 17 Youth Championship 2019 played here in Malawi. A total of 49 goals have been scored. Are we going to get goal number 50? Are we going to get goal number 50 today? Panda, who scored today. It's not been a regular scorer for the Zambians, I have to say. So he scored his second goal of this year's tournament. Panda, the goal he just scored now. Here they are now. Ball stolen again. Panda! Woo! Just wide. And that's a corner kick given to the Zambians. He's a very fast player. He peels off his marker very quickly and almost punished the Mozambicans there. They are big in stature, but they cannot match this nimble-footed player. Gets in there quickly. And for me, so far, he has been exceptional in this final Panda for the Zambians. Tembe against Kiowa. Should close down the ball, goes out of play. 8 nations started in this year's tournament. Angola, Comoros, Lesotho, Malawi, Mauritius, Mozambique, South Africa, and Zambia. And only one will be the champion. Who will it be? The highest scoring game involved the Zambians. Now Panda is also joining the acting scene. Panda goes down, holds on, and just been touched, I think. I don't think there was anything to it. There was no way the ball, they kicked him at all, the way he went tumbling. When they won the 2017 edition, Zambia, their run was brilliant as well in 2017. Here they come. Forward they go. Mumba on the ball. Gumby still going. Mulenga, Mwambe! Into the back of his head for Gumby. Gumby build up, Gumby to Mulenga. Mulenga just waltzed his way through into the penalty area. And Gumby was there waiting to put the ball into the back of the net. Gumby finds the back of the net. And Gumby has now scored another goal here for his country. They are now Mulenga played the ball and Gumby just finished it off. Mulenga did all the hard work. And Gumby was waiting there to put the ball into the back of the net. The smile says it all. It says it all. Finally, Ndrukamanga can smile as he watches on his nation marching on to glory. They are moments away from the glory moment. They have looked businesslike from the first match of this year's tournament. And look at what they can do. It's always difficult to try and play against a team that is a player short because they are stronger, they go at you, they fight very hard. Now in the second half of this match. As we get into the second half, ball sent straight to the stands now. So Mozambique will make a change. Tembe goes off. Tembe goes off. And it's been replaced here for the Mozambicans. Player came on now for them. Celso Tito Cepeda just came on now for the Mozambicans. They just came on. They've only played 9 minutes so far. So he comes in as a sub here into the second half of this match. Still a scoreline remains here. Mozambique 0 and Zambia 2. Forward they go again, Zambia. Gumby, nothing wrong with that. Ball collected, marching on forward, Mozambique. Ball plays short outside the penalty area. Cipriano now. Here comes Cipriano. Support on the near side of the field. Oh my word. Muchanga. He's got the ball with his heart before even touching the ball. And a lost chance. A lost opportunity. Here they come again. Panda puts the ball over the crossbar. Panda. Over the crossbar, the ball goes from Panda. It's a moment from Panda. Mulenga was there. Gumby was just outside the penalty area, but he went for short himself there. Second half, 10-men Zambia, leading here by 2-0. Mozambique have stuck to their guns. Thought when they are a man, they'll probably try something different, but they stayed and played the way they know. Here they come again now. Gumby playing the ball to the near side of the field. Panda is there, goes on inside Panda. Still Panda going. Chanda gets the ball now for Zambia. Chanda looks to shoot, but he decides to play the ball wide to the far side. No, my word, what a Songa doing there. Songa decides to play that ball in. They needed him. And Munjane, Miguel Muchanga comes off for Munjane. Play those good crosses for them every time they went forward. Here's Malawi. Radaidiza. Here in Malawi, there's been great game overall. Now, Chancin. Offside. Offside. Offside given. So living the story, whenever you have team playing with a player short, they seem to exert themselves more. They fight harder, they double their efforts, and that's when they always win matches. So Mozambique trailing here by 2 goals to nil against Zambia. It's the first time they trail in this tournament. And we've always been watching to see how are they going to fight back. 2 nations. Both coaches are up now, I have to say. Outside of a picture. Luis Fumo as well as Victor Martin are all up. If they hold on here, it will mean Iford Moale would have gone through all the matches, 4 in total, it has played in, without conceding a single goal. If they can hold on in this game. Marvin Munjane. Out goes the ball. Look at the top scorers. We now have a total of 3 players, all having scored a total of 5 goals. This year's tournament. The Angolan player, Valdemiro, has scored 5. Cipriano has scored 5. Rickson Gumby has just scored his 5th goal today. So a 3-way tie on the top scoring chart of this year's competition. Here they come now on the far side of the field. Ball collected again. Oliver Park hurrying on the ball. Chanda goes to the near side. Simwanda. On the ball is Simwanda. He finds Mumba. Mumba, Panda. Panda again going forward. Trying to pick out Simwanda. Stolen this time around here by Munjane. Here they come now going forward, middle of the park. Ball played towards the far side. Here come the Mozambicans. Enriquez, also the penalty, a long ball from him. Headed down here by Cipriano. Keeper comes out and makes a brilliant stop once again. Good run, good ball, and equally exceptional goalkeeping. Long ball played in, cleared away. Fall short to Mozambican. Over the crossbar, the ball goes. Second half of this match. 5 minutes remaining before we come to the end. So there you have it. So ball collected here, Mumba on the ball. Early ball towards Mulenga, the keeper comes out. Long ball played in, over the crossbar, the ball goes. And they're trying everything and anything this time, the Mozambicans. The plan did not work to perfection. Zambia changed gears as they came into the second half. And they changed the complexion of the game completely. And they comfortably leading at the moment, the Zambians. Here they are now. Into the penalty area, ball collected by Mumba. Mumba in possession. We have now had 50 goals scored. It's asking this question, who was going to score the 50th goal? It had to be the Zambians, and they have done so. Grand performance overall. The future is bright for Zambian football. And this will only be their first win against Mozambique in the COSAFA Under 17 youth champs. All the time it has always been Mozambique dominating them, but they've saved the best for last. And they're leading here by 2-0. Not a hard-end victory for them. If they do walk away victorious, they will know it was not easy today. They were up against it. They were up against it today. It was not a walk in the park. So here with the ball back again this time around. Will be a chance here for Mozambique. Long ball played in, cleared away again by the Zambians. They have the ball again, Mozambique. Simwanda protects the ball. Collected here, Munjane. Given away. Panda now, it is Mulenga rather. And straight from Mulenga out the ball goes. Straight from Mulenga out the ball goes. For they go now into the penalty area. The keeper comes out. And the goalkeeper holds on. And the goalkeeper holds on. Here they come again now on the far side. Gumby, goalkeeper collects. 3 minutes added on at the end of the 90 minutes here. And Zambia about to make a change. Brian Mate comes in now for his cousin. Brian Mate comes on. So Brian Mate replaces his cousin, Moses Mulenga. He comes in for Zambia's second change of today's game. Brian Mate from Lusaka in Zambia. Plays football for Chongo. It's only school is where he's playing his football at the moment. He's only coming in for his second appearance. This tournament is a holding midfielder. And the player there is replaced. Just left the field of play injured. His cousin, Moses Mulenga. The two players stay in the same home in Lusaka. His mother is part of the Zambian National Services soldier there. So if you look at this year in totality, not a bad year at all for Zambian football. They saw the under-20 team get to the final of the COSAFA Under-20 Women's Championship. That was played in Port Elizabeth, Mandela Bay. Here they are now. So it has been a good year for Zambian football. Some glory moment have come up from their year overall. So Lasmon Piri will come in. He gets applauded because he had a wonderful game overall. Played exceptionally well today for his country and deserves so to be applauded. Shot coming in, this one over the crossbar. And that's how we come to the end. Zambia have been exceptional in this year's tournament, a brilliant performance overall. And they walk away victorious as they will become the champions. And they therefore join South Africa with 2 titles each in a COSAFA Under-17 Youth Championship. They fought very hard. They had a plan. And they really took the game to the opponent from the very first day all the way into the final. And they win all their 5 matches, scoring a total of 20 goals and conceding only 2 goals in their run. What a performance, what a run. That has been an exceptional performance by the Zambians overall in the COSAFA Under-17 Youth Championship. And so that's how we come to the end of the COSAFA Under-17 Youth Championship. 2-0 scoreline in favor of the Zambians. They scored 2 goals in the second half and they win it here by 2-0. Mozambique will finish runners-up like they did in 1994.
camera down. You just have to swing it. Just swing it. Right here. Right. So, I will swing it.
Can we use you? Can I use you from the top? Yeah. Need you to zoom in. Right. Good. Tell Spiwe. Spiwe, we're going to use the camera. We're going to use one of the top cameras there. We're going to use either two or because the camera is why apparently there's something happened to his cord or something there. Hello, Spiwe, come in. Spiwe. All right, I've been joined by the men of the match for today, Joseph Panda. A great performance overall from yourself here. Your dad has to be very proud of the performance you've given today.
I'm man of match.
I'm happy.
Let's talk about your performance today. I mean, you have always been a supplier of the goals. Today, you finally got one of your own. And also, what did the coach say to you before the game kicked off today?
Okay, he's saying that he's very happy that he has played very well and he has been selected as a man of match. He's so proud of Zambia and he's very happy today.
All right, congratulations on the best. Go out and celebrate with your teammates. All right, all of the best going forward. So now we've been joined by the coach of the losing side for today, Coach Martin. It was always going to be very difficult to play against this team, and you allowed them space, and they punished you.
Oh, okay, they punished me because second half we didn't have a concentration. But I have to say congratulations of this boy. It was a fantastic game. The both team, it was a real final, as I said before. But I'm so happy for these guys because they played well. So second half, we give them a space and then they scored it. But we had a chance the first half and then we didn't score, so that's why we lost. Congratulations, Zambia. Very good team, well organized. So I think on the future, we're going to organize our boys, another two, to show how Mozambique has got a very good boys and a very good players. Congratulations all the people in Mozambique who supports us until to come here in this, I mean Federation and the Mozambican people. Thank you very much for this good game that we made today.
Okay. All right, thank you very much, Coach, for that one. There's now been joined by the coach of the Zambians. Still getting some congratulations messages around here. Coach, it was a difficult one. You had to fight very hard. You've done it just like you did in the semi-finals. First half you held and closed. Second half you came up and you really changed the game plan.
Yeah, we thought Mozambique had played their part. I couldn't think they could go further than that. They tried to press us in the first half. We know they won't manage with the energy that the boys have. I thought the boys go in the second half, enjoy. Chances will come. After the red card, again, it disturbed a bit of our game plan. But that's when the boys shows resilience, and we are happy that we won. And finally, COSAFA champions.
Your president is here. He's very happy. I have to say, you did say that after winning the first 3 matches, it was about going into the semis and the final. It is very important. So you have done it. Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you so much. Credit to the boys. It wasn't easy, especially after the red card. It was difficult, but they showed composure, and we were happy and giving the Zambian people an early birthday present on the 24th October. Zambia got independence, so we are happy for the Zambian people.
Thank you very much, Coach. All of the best. Cheers, cheers.
President of COSAFA, Dr. Yanga,
Kiowa. Yeah, but I'm telling you, you can cue me when you want me to go, because I don't know when you want me to go. You will cue me when you want me to talk, because I don't know when you want me to talk. Beg your pardon? Kiowa. Come again, Kiowa. So there's always been an important one, I've got to say, all from the beginning, as we are now coming to the end of this. The first award coming out, it is the Fair Play Award, and awarded to Eswatini. They've done very well. No red card against them. They've really been a composed team that has played very well overall. They got to the semi-finals, and once again, like they did in 2001, they finished 4th overall, Eswatini. And their captain coming through the jersey number 10, talking about that is Olani Vuba. And now we move on to the next award, the Golden Glove. Talking about the goalkeeper of the tournament and the Golden Glove Award winner. He has played 4 matches without conceding a goal. When he scored and he considered 2 goals in a game they played against Malawi, he was on a bench. And he has led by example at the back. Absolutely brilliant performance by him. And he gets himself the goalkeeper of the tournament. So the coming in this time around. So no goals conceded by the goalkeeper in this tournament. And Cipriano, the 3 players have all scored 5 goals for the Golden Boot. Simon Peter Cipriano, 5 goals. Valdemiro Pinto Domingos of Angola, 5 goals. Rickson Gumby, 5 goals from Zambia. These are the joint 3 goal scorers who have scored 5 goals each, the 3 players. That reminds me of the tournament I've played in 2017, where the top scorers all scoring 5 goals at the end of a tournament. And there were 3 players once again in an edition of the competition. Just one shy of the number of goals scored last year by Prince Chueta of Namibia. So 5 goals were the number of goals scored, but the top scorer by Peter Panda of Malawi in 2016. 48 goals scored in 16 matches overall in a tournament. 2017, we had a 3-way tie. Lamek Banda, Zambia, Junior Nare, South Africa, and then Martin Njovu, Zambia, all 5 goals for the 3 players. Then last year, only 1 player scored more goals, 6 in total. Moses Mulenga, he has scored 2 goals, played assist in at least 5 goals for the Zambians. In the matches, he has led by example. He has been brilliant, and he gets the player of the tournament overall. Moses Mulenga. Moses Mulenga gets the player of the tournament for this competition here for the Zambians. Led by example, the young man from Lusaka, and a player from Chongo Secondary School in Chongwe. And he's done very, very well, I've got to say. He scored a total of 4 goals. The only game he didn't score is this game they played today in the final. Player of the tournament overall. play of the tournament, and he also gets himself a ticket from Fly Air Malawi. So the Malawi Airlines also give him the award there, plus a trophy that comes with it. So congratulations to him. So we continue now with the awards. So we want to bring the referees, the ones that were in charge of the third, fourth match of the tournament for today. So the first game, the referees who were in charge of the first game: Wilson Mwenja from Mozambique, Mlungisi Matutu from Zimbabwe, Lucky Trakulugetu from Botswana, Kennedy Chimese from Zambia, Maxwell Mtonga from Malawi, Hilario Madeira from Mozambique. So the referees, third place playoff, the four referees were in charge of that game has just got themselves their medals. So the referees were in charge of the final. Yeah, will go ahead and will get their award here, that also their medals for a great performance. Godfrey Kakananga of Malawi, assisted by Aswatilak of Mauritius, Twala Banele from Eswatini, Thabo Nkhatle from Lesotho, and Khiba Mwanyane from Lesotho, all getting their medals as well. See the dignitaries that are standing there. First in line, that is Andrew Kamanga from the Zambian Football Association, followed by Dr. Feliciangwa, the president of COSAFA. Next to him is the Minister of Youth, Sport and Culture here in Malawi. Talking about Honorable Francis Piso, followed there by the president of Malawian football, an executive member of the Council of FIFA, Dr. Walter Emilondo Manda, amongst those on the stage, as well as his position is director of football in a ministry here in Malawi, Kinapiri, amongst those on the stage. So limping their way as they will go and get their medals. They finished third overall in this competition, the Angolans. They had a wonderful tournament. The defending champions just couldn't defend their title. They started their performance losing 1-0 against Mozambique. Then they came back in their second encounter, the Angolans, 3-1 victory over Lesotho. They got into their third game of the group stages. They were up against Comoros Island. They won that game by 3-0. Then they got into the semi-finals. Very hard game. They fought against the Zambians, but eventually losing the game against the Zambians by 2-0 against Zambia in the semi-finals. Final, they fast forward, third place playoff match they played in, and they were up against Eswatini. Valdemiro Domingo scoring 4 goals today to join the players who already scored. Total of 5 goals as among the top goal scorers here today. And that's how they walk away victorious, the Angolans. So the entire team getting their medals, and we'll enjoy every moment here as they move away. The Mozambicans will get their silver medals for another great performance here today. Their run started with a 1-0 victory when they played against Angola. Then they followed it up with another draw when they played against Comoros Island. The goalless draw it was. Their third game, they won by 4-1, with Cipriano scoring a total of 4 goals in that game against Lesotho for them to walk away victorious and book their place in the semi-final as the group winners. In the semi-finals, they fought very hard, winning by 1-0. Cipriano, the only goal scorer in the game. And as they defeated Eswatini, and they got into the final against a Zambian team they haven't lost against in the COSAFA Under 17 Youth Championship. So the only loss they suffered was in the grand finale itself, after playing very, very good throughout the tournament. The goalkeeper amongst the top performance as well. So the entire team of Mozambique coming forward. They were runners-up in 1994 in the first tournament. They came to the final this year, and yet again they finished the runners-up, this time against Zambia. They missed the 2002 edition. They missed also the 2016 edition. But here they are today, finishing second overall. And now time for the champions of the COSAFA Under 17 Youth Championship. Zambia winning here against Mozambique. They become the second country to win 2 titles in the COSAFA Under 17 Youth Championship. So that's how they finish up here today. Here they come now, going to the stage. The Zambian players, all celebrating, all happy. They started their tournament with a 6-0 win against Eswatini. 7-0 they won against South Africa in their second game. When they came in their last game of the group stages, they were up against the host nation, and they won that game by 3-2 for the go to the semi-finals, where they once again walked away victorious, winning there by 2-0 to get to the final, winning by the same score line of 2-0 to be crowned champions of this year's COSAFA Under 17 Youth Championship. Great performance, and deservedly so, the champions of the COSAFA Under 17 Youth Championships. So there we have it now as we come into the end. Now we will have the final one coming through now. The trophy is about to be presented as we have the reigning Miss Albinism here in Malawi, Chikondi Kanjaza, stepping forward and giving the trophy to the captain of the side and also the president standing by, as well as the Minister of Youth Sport here in Malawi. So the moment will be coming through now for the players to get their trophy. The Minister of Sport will be handing it over. The President of COSAFA, Honorable Dr. Philip Chiangwa, Here they have it now. The Zambian players will step forward. Miguel, Chanda, Kiowa, the captain of the side. The only player to have scored a penalty in this year's competition. And here they have it now as the trophy is given to the Zambians. Marching on forward, the young Chipolopolos. It has been a great year of football for the Zambians. You'll talk about their senior team winning the COSAFA tournament in Durban, South Africa for their 5th title. The under-20 team have won the COSAFA under-20 tournament 11 times. Their ladies team got to the final, losing in the final against Tanzania in the under-20 competition of the women's. And the senior women's team got to the final, losing against South Africa in the final. And the champions for 2019, COSAFA Under-17 Youth Championship, they have scored 20 goals, conceding 2 goals, winning all their matches, scoring at least 2 goals in all their matches. The president of the FA of Zambia will come forward as well. Andrew Kamanga will stand and really celebrate with these players. So your champions, Zambia, for 2019. This is their 2nd title, joining South Africa to have won the COSAFA Under-17 Youth Championship twice. So the president of COSAFA.
That next year.
So there we're going to be looking and hearing.
This same tournament.
So Malawi, congratulations. They will host the COSAFA Under-17 Youth Championship yet again next year. And they've really been absolutely brilliant hosts. Deservedly so to get their 2nd hosting of the tournament.
Walter Manda is in discussions with me and COSAFA for the possibility of hosting the senior men's tournament next year. Maybe he wants to say a few words. Thank you.
So double dose it is in this year now from the president of the Malawian Football Association.
Zonse mazimva etu. Ifeyo sikuti wawa kuti sitinapite kuma finals chiko sitinatenge. Ndetu kubweranso chaka chamani mphamvu kwambiri kuti musazakhumudwe chikho chimene chizatenge. Koma ndikuthokozeni nonse kuti mapanga khalidwe labwino kwambiri. Mwaonesa chikondi kuti mpira mmaukonda. Mtima umenewo musausiye dziko lonse la Africa laona kuti ku Malawi mpira timautsata ndipo timaukonda. I want to thank you very much for the good behavior. I want to thank you very much for all the patronage you have done. We are hurt. We didn't go to the finals. We didn't take the cup. But we are coming next year. We want to host this cup to make you happy and to make you proud. Thank you very much.
So there you have it. It's been announced. Malawi will be the host yet again next year.
Also next year. Big time.
So this is how they come to an end. The Zambians can celebrate. And have a wonderful time here. Great tournament it has been.
Very proud.
A total of 50 goals were scored in 16 matches. And we have a champion. And Zambia are the champions. So from all of us here, it would have been a wonderful time indeed here. So these are the players of Zambia and the president as they celebrate being the champions of this competition. From all of us here and all that really made this possible. Going to say from the guys here in Malawi from the Mibawa TV, and to all the crew and everybody else, thank you very much. We'll meet again next year. The number you have is my WhatsApp number.
Yes, and I have already your email. Yes, yes.
So we can talk on that.
Yes, because even me, I have a lot of dreams, so I want to share with you. Because
Let's talk.
more experience.
You have my staff, let's talk and let's see what we can do.
Please. I wish to see you next year here.
We'll see that, we'll see. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hello, young lady.
Don't go too far, the mic can't go that far. Just maybe a bit, fine. You can stop the sound.
COSAFA organizers, please let's have a photo. COSAFA organizers, please have a photo. COSAFA organizers. The COSAFA General Secretary. COSAFA.